Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
A very pleasant and a graceful good morning to one and all. With knowledge comes life, with collaboration comes strength, and with innovation comes hope for a healthier tomorrow. Bowing my head to the lotus feet of Sri Suttur Guru Parampare, Sri Suttur Veerasimhasana Mahasamsthana Mata, seeking the divine blessings of Swamiji and JSS Mahavidyapita. Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, delegates, press and media, I, Rohit Anand, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, feel privileged to be the master of ceremony for the inauguration of ICMR funded 5-day workshop on harnessing bacteriophages and One Health approaches to combat AMR, jointly organized by JSS Science and Technology University Mysuru and Maharani Science College of Women's Autonomous Mysuru. Seeking the blessings of His Holiness, we shall begin today's function by invoking the Almighty to shower His blessings on each one of us. It is a mark of underlying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of an important event. I now invite Mrs. Sharda Harish, final year MBA student, JSS Science and Technology University, to render the invocation.
शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् चारणादिमगीतवैभवपूरिताखिल धीग्धते शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् धर्मभूषण भूषिते वररत्नमौलिविराजिते शर्मदायिनि कर्ममोचिनि निर्मलं कुरु मानसं शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् हस्तसंधृत पुस्तकाक्षपटी सुधाघट मुद्रिके कष्टवास्तिः वर्णने चतुरो नराकजरोत्तवा शारदे करुणानिधे सकलानवाम्ब सदा जनान् चारणादिमगीतवैभवपूरिताखिल धीग्धते शारदे करुणानिधे
Thank you, Ms. Sharada, for the melodious and the divine start. Welcoming is an art and it sprouts from the heart. To express this at this gesture, may I take the pleasure of inviting Dr. Hara Prasad to deliver the welcome address.
Warm greetings of the day to one and all. At the outset, I offer my sincere pranams to His Holiness Jagadguru Sri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, President JSS Mahavidyapita and Honorable Chancellor of JSS Science and Technology University, and seek his divine blessings. I feel deeply honored and privileged to welcome you all to this landmark ICMR funded workshop on bacteriophage therapy and One Health approaches to combat antimicrobial resistance. Today, we are graced by the presence of exceptional leaders who embody the spirit of scientific excellence and education innovation. We are profoundly honored to welcome Professor Anil Kaul, Pro-Chancellor, Mallareddy Vishwavidyapeeth, Hyderabad, as our chief guest and keynote speaker. Your visionary leadership in higher education and commitment to advancing healthcare research makes your presence truly inspiring for this critical initiative, sir. I request Dr. K. Sanjay to honor Professor Kaul with our traditional welcome. We extend our heartfelt welcome to Dr. B. Suresh, Director, Technical Education Division, JSS Mahavidyapita, Mysuru, our esteemed guest of honor, whose presence ignites the entire program with purpose and direction. I request Dr. Nagendra Prasad to present our welcome gesture. Thank you. I warmly welcome Dr. D.S. Pratima, who Joint Director, Department of Collegiate Education, Mysuru, who is also our guest of honor and whose support for innovative education initiatives strengthens our academic ecosystem. She'll be joining us very shortly. We are honored to have Dr. A.N. Santosh Kumar, our visionary Vice Chancellor, whose inspirational leadership makes endeavors like this possible. Your commitment to cutting-edge research continues to elevate our institution, sir. Hearty welcome to you, sir. I request Dr. Nanjula Swami to extend our formal welcome to him. Thank you, sir. I warmly welcome Professor Dr. S.A. Dhanaraj, Registrar, JSS Science and Technology University, on this occasion. I request Dr. Lakshmi to extend a formal welcome to him. Thank you, madam. A warm welcome to Dr. C. Nataraju, our beloved Principal and Dean of Engineering and Technology. Thank you for fostering an environment where such transformative workshops can flourish. I request Ms. Kritika to extend our formal welcome to him. Thank you, madam. We are delighted to welcome Dr. Abdul Rahman, Principal, Maharani Science College for Women, Mysuru, representing the collaborative spirit that makes interinstitutional learning possible. Dr. Sopanika, please extend our welcome. Thank you, madam. A warm welcome to Dr. P. Malu, Vice Chancellor, STC, JSSSTU, Mysuru. My heartfelt welcome to our industry partners, Dr. Sudha Lingappa and Dr. Vasudha, Directors, Aristogene Bioscience Private Limited, and all the professionals from the company who bridge the crucial gap between academic research and real-world applications. I warmly welcome Dr. Sumana, Professor of Medical Microbiology and Director of Laboratory Services, JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, who is our invited speaker for the day. I extend a warm welcome to all the deans, university officers, department heads, and faculty members from across departments. Your interdisciplinary collaboration embodies the One Health approach we champion today. The organizing committee members have worked tirelessly to bring together 21 distinguished professionals from across the country. Your dedication transforms vision into reality. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you. I also extend a warm welcome to the faculty members and staff of the Department of Biotechnology, JSSSTU, Mysuru. A warm welcome to all the faculty members from Maharani Science College for Women, Mysuru. A warm welcome to all the participants from different colleges and institutions. And I must specially acknowledge and welcome Dr. H.K. Makri, the convener of this program, whose tireless dedication in bacteriophage research expertise has been the driving force behind this workshop. Dr. Makri, your commitment to bridging laboratory discoveries with educational impact has made this transformative event possible. Thank you for being a true partner in this mission. A warm welcome to all the students who are not just attendees, you are the future guardians of global health. A warm welcome to all the media partners documenting this initiative. Your help amplify our message beyond these walls, reaching those who will continue this vital work. I hope that this workshop inspires ideas, discussions amongst all that will trigger all the young minds to make this planet a better place for all of us. Welcome to 5 days that could change how we approach global health challenges. Thank you all for being here today. My warm welcome to all of you to this ICMR funded workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. On this occasion, we would like to welcome Dr. N. Haraprasad to this event. Light is a symbol of wisdom and knowledge, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. I request all dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward for the lighting of lamp and floral tribute to Swamiji. I also request all the audience to rise for this auspicious event. Thank you all dignitaries for gracing this moment of tradition and enlightenment. To brief us about the objectives and the importance of this workshop, I now invite Dr. Hanumanthappa Makeli, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Maharani Science College for Women's, Mysore.
A very good morning to one and all. At the outset, I offer my humble salutations to His Holiness Jagadguru Sri Shivaratri Deshi Kendra Mahaswamiji. Greetings to all with His almighty and blessings. Distinguished participants, esteemed colleagues, fellow researchers, and dear students. I welcome you all to this informative workshop on bacteriophage therapy and One Health approaches to combat antimicrobial resistance. I am Dr. H.K. Makari, your convener. and alongside organizing secretary Dr. Haraprasad N, who is the backbone of this workshop. I stand before you not to just as an academician, but as a researcher. Whole laboratory journey led us to this educational mission. Our past decade, my team, since a one and a half decade, we are working on bacteriophages. I'm closely associated with SJCE since 20 years. We are working for isolation and characterization of various bacteriophages against phytopathogenic bacteria. So one bacteria is noted which making infections to Solanaceae family plants. Over 250 botanical plants massively infected by that bacteria. So I took that as a project, and I'm closely associated with Aristogen Biosciences since 20 years. We were working together for the isolation and characterization and new modalities for the AMR. So according to my knowledge and survey, by 2050, we will be facing one of the biggest problem on this earth, that is antimicrobial resistance. Because of this antimicrobial resistance, it is very difficult to cure bacterial based diseases with antibiotics. So with this idea, and as we observed in our research, many modalities come into the picture already. We made some research, even I got one patent on that, for omnilytic activities of these bacteriophages. So we could ignore, so never we ignore this kind of antimicrobial resistance in this earth. So this is time to take the attention. So without this attention, it is very difficult to cure many diseases in future because of wrong prescription of medicine and wrong prescription of antibiotics. So that leads to lethality among animals as well as plants also. So as we observed, the whatever research outcome based on our research, successfully combating bacterial infections in plants, we couldn't ignore the parallel crisis in clinical settings also. So where antibiotics increasingly fail against resistant pathogens. So Dr. Raprasad and I asked ourselves, if nature has provided such sophisticated tools to combat bacterial infections, why we are adequately preparing healthcare professionals to harness this potential? We made a question ourselves. Then we decided to propose a workshop to ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research, Department of Health Research. We proposed with the intention of to provide basic knowledge to young scientists like you, because the self-preparedness and combating this antimicrobial resistance, it is most important nowadays. So our combined research experience taught us scientific breakthrough they remain, it's only confined to the journals and publications. So with AMR causing over, according to my knowledge, 1.27 million deaths annually occurring, and this potentially reaches to 10 million by 2050. So this report mentioned in WHO website also. Even madam also told me, Vasudha madam from Aristogen, they are pioneer in isolating bacteriophages. They are already making market with some aquaculture and other phytopathogens of the antibiotic resistance. With these intention, we approached ICMR DHR. We were not seeking funding for academic event. We presented a blueprint to have workshop for 10 days, and which includes, this is a transformative education workshop, because the basic idea may leads to a biggest victory. So with this intention, we have invited 21 different scientists across the country who are working the domain-specific knowledge of bacteriophage research. As well, we took 60 registrations through online, and all across the state we have student participants, and neighboring states also they have registered few students from, and some scholars and faculties, they got registered for this workshop. I say this is a very heterogeneous group. I'm really happy to see all of you, your enthusiasm and the interest in bacteriophage research. With this idea, ICMR granted nearly 10 lakhs rupees for running this workshop. I'm really happy to share this information. I thank all the administration on the dais, for giving opportunity to excel my basic idea, and I collaborated with Dr. Haraprasad and Department of Biotechnology. Hope you will be enriched with the knowledge of bacteriophage research and other modalities. I wish you all the best, and thank you once again, sir, for giving opportunity to excel my idea with this institute. Thank you one and all. Good night.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us about the significance of this ICMR funded 5-day workshop. It is our privilege to introduce our chief guest to this August gathering. Can I request Dr. M.N. Nagendra Prasad, Dean Science, JSS Science and Technology University, to introduce.
Very good morning, everyone. Seeking the divine blessings of His Holiness Swamiji, it is indeed my privilege and honor to welcome you all to the inauguration of ICMR funded 5-day workshop on harnessing bacteriophages and One Health approaches to combat antimicrobial resistance. I feel deeply privileged to introduce our distinguished chief guest for today's event, Dr. Anil Kaul, Pro-Chancellor of Mallareddy Vishwavidyapith, Hyderabad. Dr. Anil Kaul is a highly accomplished physician scientist and global health leader with over 35 years of experience in the field of infectious diseases and public health. His academic journey spans across premier institutions. He pursued medicine from Madras Medical College, dentistry from King George Medical College in Lucknow, and further specialized in public health administration at the University of Minnesota, USA. This rare combination of clinical, surgical, and public health expertise has shaped his unique multidisciplinary approach to healthcare and research. Between 2007 and 2024, Dr. Kaul served as clinical professor and program director for global health at Oklahoma State University Center for Health Sciences in the United States, where he also founded and led the Highly Complexity Infectious Diseases Laboratory. Under his leadership, this laboratory played a pivotal role during the COVID-19 pandemic, conducting over 1 lakh diagnostic tests and supporting the state's public health response. He also served as the clinical director for Oklahoma Pandemic Center for Innovation and Excellence, contributing significantly to national pandemic preparedness efforts. Dr. Kaul's global contributions include serving as a technical consultant to the US Defense Threat Reduction Agency on pandemic threats, advising the US Department of State and USAID on health initiatives, and leading a USDA-funded project to develop a disease surveillance dashboard for emerging and re-emerging infections. He has held leadership roles at the Interim Vice Chancellor at the Public Health Foundations of India, Director of the Indian Institute of Public Health, and headed the Dr. Cyrus Poonawalla Center for Infectious Diseases and Pandemic Preparedness. A prolific researcher and innovator, Dr. Kaul has authored over 100 scientific publications, presented at nearly 200 international forums, and holds 6 US patents. He is recognized among world's top 2% most cited scientists by Stanford University. His accolades include the Secretary's Expeditionary Service Award for the US Department of State, the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Global Healthcare Summit, and the Sony Walmart Science Achiever for the Year Award. Today, as Pro-Chancellor of Mallareddy Vishwavidyapith, Dr. Kaul continues to champion innovation in education, research, and public health. His deep-rooted commitment to One Health approach, integrating human, animal, and environmental health, makes his presence here today especially relevant as we focus on bacteriophage therapy and multidisciplinary strategies to combat antimicrobial resistance. It is truly a matter of great honor for us to have such an accomplished leader, mentor, and visionary among us. On behalf of the organizers, faculty, researchers, and participants, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Anil Kaul and express our gratitude for gracing this occasion with his presence. We look forward to your inspiring address, sir, as we begin this important journey of collaboration and learning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the brief introduction. I now humbly request our chief guest to address the gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad, for that amazing introduction. I did not know that I have done such things. I really appreciate your introduction. A very good morning to everybody. I think it's a little too early on a Monday morning for many of us, but it's always a privilege to be here in Mysore. Distinguished guests on the stage, particularly Dr. Suresh and Vice Chancellor Dr. Santosh, and all the dignitaries on the dais, and also audience, faculty, students. I think that is very important for us to understand that teaching is a privilege. I take it as a privilege that I think because we build the future of not only the nation but globally. I think when I was approached by Dr. Hara Prasad that we are organizing this workshop, we would like you to come, I could not say no. There are two reasons for that. One is JSS is one of my most favorite places to be at. I see some familiar. Dr. Sumana is here. I think I have met her probably 15 years back in the microbiology department. So I have been coming to JSS quite frequently, and one of the things I will be very honest. I think JSS is one of the pioneer trailblazing institution in higher education, not only in India but globally. I think it goes without saying, it's has set high standards, and I think credit goes to the faculty, students, and also the visionaries' leadership. I really appreciate Dr. Suresh's leadership, and I think it sets a high standard for everybody else in India to reach that place. Because I think we may be at different institutions, but I think we have to build the future of the country, and that's where I think setting those standards are important. I think we should try to strive and reach the level of JSS. The second reason for me to be here and could not say no is the topic for this workshop: antimicrobial resistance and One Health. We have been working in this field for almost, I would say, probably 30 years, and because we realized early on that we are running out of antibiotics, and we have to look outside the box. We have to look for different approaches. Bacteriophages, we try to use them, but we have a lot of limitations. In the US, we were not allowed to use phages because they have other uses also, which during the course of this workshop, you people will understand. And but there were some institutions in the world. There is one university in Tbilisi, Georgia, which I am a visiting faculty. In Tbilisi, it's called New University. I think Georgia is one of the few places in the world where phage therapy is being used in the regular clinical practice. And I think, so as I said, antimicrobial resistance is very close to my heart. And I think one thing which in India we have huge issue of having availability of prescription drugs, particularly antibiotics, without a prescription. Though we have policies in place, but they are neither enforced nor implemented. Our biggest threat right now is the rampant use or rather abuse of antibiotics in agriculture industry, particularly in poultry, where they have found that antibiotics can not only prevent infections but also it promotes growth. So I think that is what is concerning. In generally, we say that we prescribe antibiotics in milligrams, but in poultry, it's used in 64-gallon drums. So that's a huge challenge. As I said, in recent years, we have witnessed an unprecedented use of antibiotics. It affects all of us. And as we know, infectious diseases are not restrained by national boundaries, they're global. So we have to work at a global level. I'm sure during the course of this workshop, as I learned just now, that there are going to be experts from different fields. And one thing which I was told yesterday, there are going to be people from industry. I think that's very important. I think we have to understand that research cannot stay contained in a lab. It has to go out in the field, it has to impact the society, the community. I think that's where translational research we should focus on. And I think one more thing which I would emphasize, particularly for the students, ask questions. If you don't ask questions, innovations will not happen. There cannot be stupid questions, there can be stupid answers. Having been in education for the last 35 years, I will honestly tell you that never hesitate to ask questions. One great environment you have at JSS, you have different disciplines. You have medical college, dental college, pharmacy, agriculture, you name it, everything is here. So learn to work across disciplines, don't work in silos, go across. You never know where the innovations will come from. I'll give you my own example. I did medicine, then I did dentistry, then I did public health. I never hesitated to work with material scientists. I'll give one example. I work in material scientists, I work with them in nanoparticles for drug delivery. We have some amazing results. If I had just stayed in clinical practice, I would never have gone outside. I worked with telecommunication engineers, developed a wireless cervical dilatation monitoring device. So those things will come only when you go outside your field, outside your comfort zone. I think this is my request to all the students. I think you have a very nurturing environment and a very supportive environment. I think you should look outside your own domain and explore other fields. That's where the solutions will come. I think One Health is another area which I think is gaining attention. I think all of us are interconnected. The animal, I think at this world, I think it was a Global Health Summit in Delhi a couple of months back. They had a session on oral health and pregnancy outcomes. There were only few dentists on that panel, but there was no physician. I know people who are, because my specialization was in OBGYN, I know some physicians. I asked them, why were you not at this? They typically told me that, "Are dentist ko kya pata hai?" The fact is, in US, we have a policy today that every pregnant woman at a prenatal visit gets examined for oral health. And we have been able to reduce premature birth rate by at least 2%. So it's not a question of unko kya pata hai, inko nahi pata hai. I think we have to move away from that. I think we have to break down these silos. And I think students will help us do that. Because as we specialize, we become very narrow in our field. We become super specialists. And as I said, the journey does not end with research. I think we have to use the practical application of it. As we embark on this important journey together, let us keep the goal, the overarching goal, a future where we can combat antimicrobial resistance effectively, where healthcare providers will have extra tools to deal with infectious diseases. I encourage each one of you to engage in wholehearted and honest discussions during next few days. Only then you'll have the solutions for future problems. The collaborative spirit at JSS can propel all of us towards an innovative solution that will significantly impact not only the health of the community, nation, but globally. I think that's something which will help improve the quality of healthcare globally. I would once again thank you all for giving me an opportunity to be here this morning and seeing your commitment for this important cause. Let us make most of this opportunity, and together let's pave way for a healthier future through the power of bacteriophages. Thank you all.
The greatest education in the world is watching the masters at work. Thank you, sir, for your motivating and thought-provoking words. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to join hands to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you, dignitaries. I take this privilege to welcome Dr. D.S. Pratima Ma'am, Joint Director, Department of Early Education and Education. Can I request Dr. Makeri sir to present a small plant and welcome Dr. D.S. Pratima Ma'am. Thank you, sir. To introduce our guest of honor, Dr. D.S. Pratima Ma'am, I now invite Ms. Apsara, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Maharani College of for Women.
Good morning, Wanda. It is my privilege and an honor to introduce you all our beloved Professor D.S. Pratima Madam, Regional Joint Director, Mysuru Region, Department of Collegiate Education, Government of Karnataka. Madam has been serving as professor in the Faculty of Commerce since 1992. With more than 33 years of teaching experience, Madam has served in the department in various capacities as professor, principal, and currently as joint director. Madam has several UGC-sponsored projects to her credit and has guided several students for their doctoral studies. Madam has actively participated and organized several international and national conferences, workshops, and seminars and has presented several papers. Madam, it is our privilege to have you here with us, and you are a true inspiration and a role model to all of us. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing the event. Thank you again.
Thank you, madam, for the brief introduction. Can I humbly request Dr. D.S. Pratima ma'am to kindly address the gathering?
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರು, ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ತಡವಾಗಿ ಬಂದದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತೇನೆ. ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರುವ ಇಂದಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಅನಿಲ್ ಕೌಲ್ ಅವರೇ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಸುರೇಶ್ ಅವರೇ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎನ್ ಸಂತೋಷ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಸ್.ಎ. ಧನ್ರಾಜ್ ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿ ನಟರಾಜು, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ರೆಹಮಾನ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎನ್ ಹರಪ್ರಸಾದ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹನುಮಂತಪ್ಪನವರೇ. ನಮ್ಮ ದಾಸೋಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಗುರುವಿನ ಗುಲಾಮನಾಗುವ ತನಕ ದೊರೆಯದಣ್ಣ ಮುಕುತಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗೆ ಗುರುಗಳ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಏನೂ ನಡೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದಿನ ಈ JSS ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ಕೂಡ ನಿದರ್ಶನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ನೀಡುತ್ತಾ ನಡೆದು ಬಂದಿರುವ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಮಠದ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಶಾಲಾ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಪದವಿ, ಸ್ನಾತಕೋತ್ತರ, ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗು, ಲಾ, ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್, ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಥರವಾಗಿ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಡುತ್ತಾ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಛಾಪನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಮೈಸೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೇಶಾದ್ಯಂತ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಹೊರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಮಠದ ಶ್ರೀಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದಲೇ ಒಂದು ನಮನವನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಲು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಪ್ರೇರೇಪಣೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಠಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಶ್ರೀಮಠನೂ ಕೂಡ ನನಗೊಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ, ಶ್ರೀಗಳ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರಾದ ಸಿದ್ದೇಶ್ವರ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಮಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರನ್ನು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಗಳ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ಅವರನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನ ಇತ್ತಂಥ ನೆನಪು ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಾಗ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಗುರುಗಳ ಪ್ರೇರೇಪಣೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋ ಅಂಥವ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳು. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಅನಿಲ್ ಕೌರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅದು ಅನ್ವಯಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ICMR ಫಾರ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಹಾಗೆ JSS ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕಾಲೇಜು, ಮಹಾರಾಣಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು, ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಷನ್ನಿಂದ 5 ದಿನಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಈ FTP ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಡೀತಿರೋದು ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷದಾಯಕವಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಹೌದು. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಪರಿಣಿತರನ್ನು ಒಂದುಗೂಡಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೂಡ, ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ನೀಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ರಿಸರ್ಚನ್ನು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಮನೋಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸು ಇಂಥ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮನೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೀರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶನ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮುಂದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಾದ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ ಇದು ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ಸು, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಈ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹನ ನೀಡಬೇಕು, ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಮೆಂಟರ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ವರ್ಗ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಖಾಸಗಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ವರ್ಗ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದುಗೂಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಈ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯವರು ಸದಾಕಾಲ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಈ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಣಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರು ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಜೊತೆ. ಸೊ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಹೀಗೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿಲಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ. ನನಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ JSS ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಹಾರಾಣಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಪ್ರಥಮ ದರ್ಜೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಇದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable insights and sharing the importance of having the best mentor for our lifetime. I now request the dignitaries to felicitate our guest of honor. Thank you, dignitaries, to join the gesture. We now move to the very special part of this event, the release of the workshop workbook. I request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly release the handbook and the workbook. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries, for unveiling the handbook. I take this pride opportunity to welcome Dr. Abdul Rahman, Principal, Maharani Science College for Women, Mysore, to address the gathering.
JSS ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಯವರ ನಮನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ Good morning to everyone here present here. Respected dignitaries on the rise of inaugural function of the 5-day ICMR funded workshop on harnessing bacteriophages against antimicrobial resistance and the One Health approach. Dr. Santosh Kumar, Vice Chancellor of JSS Mysore, Professor Anil Kaur, Pro Vice Chancellor of Mallareddy Vishwapita, Hyderabad, Dr. B. Suresh, Pro-Vice Chancellor, JSS, Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysore, Honorable Dr. D.S. Pratima, Joint Director of Collegiate Education, Regional Office, Mysore, Dr. A.M. Santosh Kumar, Vice Chancellor, JSS, Mysore, and organizers of this workshop, resource persons, delegates, and delegates from different parts of this workshop, different parts of the country, students, members of print media. On behalf of Maharani Science College for Women, I extend a warm welcome to all present here. It is indeed a great pleasure to be a part of this great event. We are living in an age where one of the greatest public health threats we face is antimicrobial resistance, a global crisis that silently erodes decades of medical progress. Infections that were once easily treatable are now becoming increasingly difficult and sometimes impossible to cure due to the misuse and overuse of antibiotics in humans, animals, and agriculture. This is where our theme today becomes so relevant. Bacteriophages or phages, viruses that infect and kill bacteria, are emerging as promising alternatives or complements to antibiotics. Phage therapy, once overshadowed by the antibiotic revolution, is now regaining attention as a powerful tool in the fight against drug-resistant bacteria. However, to tackle antimicrobial resistance effectively, we cannot operate in silos. The One Health approach, which recognizes the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health, is critical. AMR doesn't respect boundaries, be it species, sectors, or borders. Coordinate efforts across disciplines and domains are vital. This workshop today reflects that spirit of collaboration. It brings together experts from microbiology, veterinary science, environmental sciences, public health, and beyond. It is a platform for knowledge sharing, for interdisciplinary dialogue, and for nurturing new ideas and solutions. As an academic institution, we are proud to host such initiatives that align with national and global health priorities. We are committed to fostering research, innovations, and education that contribute to the larger goal of sustainable and equitable health. I urge all participants to actively engage in these deliberations, interact with the resource persons, and explore opportunities for research and collaboration. Let this workshop not only inform but also inspire us to be agents of change in our respective fields. In conclusion, I would like to thank the organizing committee, our speakers and partners who have made this event possible. I look forward insightful discussions and meaningful outcomes in these 5 days. Let us move forward with the belief that together, through science, innovations, and collective actions, we can build a healthier, safer world. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of JSS Science and Technology University, we thank you for your kind address and the continual support for this workshop. Can I now request with Dr. C. Nataraju, sir, Principal SJC and Dean Engineering and Technology, to kindly address the gathering.
ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಗುರು ಪರಂಪರೆಗೆ ಶಿರಸಾನವಿಸಿ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಜಗದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ ದೇಶಿಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ respected dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, participants from various places, Indeed, I am happy to be here for the inaugural program of ICMR funded 5-day workshop, Harnessing Bacteriophages and One Health Approaches to Combat AMR. With the 62 years of legacy, SJCE, a Constituent College of Jesus Science and Technology University, the great visionary of the Puja Swamijis, college has developed and also university has established in 2016. We always encouraging this type of workshop research programs for the development of the society. Indeed, students are here, participants from the many places, they are here. Enjoy the green campus, enjoy the hospitality of the Jesus institutions. As everybody said, please bridge the gap between the industry as well as the academia. Students are advised to interact with the researchers, faculty members, scientists from various places. Try to ask questions, as our rightly said, our chief guest, you have to ask questions, interact with the expert people here. I hope this 5-day workshop will be fruitful and enjoyable thought process and developing new innovations to the bacteriophages which combat the AMR. With these few words, let me thanks once again. We always encourage such type of activities, especially we have involved with the Modern Science College. Okay, you are always welcome. I'd like to congratulate the Department of Biotechnology for this type of innovations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the warm address. I humbly request Dr. Professor S. A. Kandraj, sir, Registrar JSSSU, to address the gathering.
Thank you, MC. Good morning, one and all. At the outset, I submit my humble pronouns to the lotus feet of His Holiness Swamiji and seeking his blessings in the inauguration of this 5-day workshop sponsored by ICMR. On the dais, Honorable Pro-Chancellors, we have 2 Pro-Chancellors here, and also our Director of Technical Educations, and Honorable Vice-Chancellor, and 2 Principals of both the institutions, collaborating institutions, and Madam JD, and the dear deans, learned professors, and participants, and faculty members and students from Maharani's College for Women. As a registrar, I stand before you to thank wholeheartedly the ICMR for sponsoring this particular 5-day workshop conducted jointly between JSS Science and Technology University, SJCE, and also the Maharani's College for Women. When the proposal was brought to us by Dr. Hariprasad and Dr. Makari, maybe we were approaching the last day, 2 days or a single day was there. Then we had an immediate discussion with the Vice Chancellor, and both the investigators were very confident about this subject or this project, because they are carrying out this project for quite some years. So immediately we can look into it, and Honorable Vice Chancellor also supported to submit to go ahead immediately, and we submitted, and now it has been fully funded. And thanks to ICMR, and thanks to the Department of Biotechnology and the College of Maharani's College of Women for this project. Congratulations go to Dr. Prasad and also Dr. Makari. And combat AMR is the need of the hour, so I don't want to take much time about it. So you all know, and even at the juncture of the increasing nosocomial infections, that is hospital-acquired infections, we are running short of very effective antibiotics. Madam Sumanna is here, a very renowned microbiologist, and we are running short of antibiotics due to MDR, multi-drug resistant also, and antimicrobial resistance. So for that, nowadays we started using a combination of single stranded or double stranded or the RNAs, mRNAs, and DNAs, and even cocktail DNAs, phages to combat this AMR. So, and this phages not only used in the multiple drug resistance conditions, but it's also used in the area of production of newer vaccines, RNA-based drugs, and diagnostic things, and so on and so forth. I hope all those the applications of the bacteriophages will be covered or discussed during this 5-day workshop. I actually wish all the participants, faculty members and participants in whatever the capacity, to have a wonderful professional and scientific time during these 5 days on combating the AMR using bacteriophages. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable words of appreciation and sharing the importance of this workshop. Can I now request Dr. B. Suresh, sir, Director, Technical Education Division, JSS Vidyapita, Mysuru, to address the gathering.
My good friend and today's chief guest, Pro Chancellor, Dr. Anil Kaul, Dr. Pratima, Joint Director of College Education, my esteemed Vice Chancellor of JSS Science and Technology University, Dr. Santosh Kumar, Professor Dhanraj, Dr. Abdur Rahman, Dr. Natraj, and all the colleagues from JSS Science and Technology University, Dr. Sumana, and the faculty from Maharani's College and other institutions who have come here. Dear students, good morning to all of you. At the outset, I convey greetings and blessings of His Holiness Swamiji. I am the last but one speaker and of this session, and already I see students are all yawning away here. So I don't think I want to give you a lecture on how AMR combat should be done or bacteriophages will play an important role. I think I would like to simply put it like, let us say you students, microbiology students, most of you I think here, or biotech students would be here, you would have become bored with some of the faculty teachings in the classes always, right? You have become all resistant. Nothing is effective. You listen to the lecture and go off and keep moving somewhere else. Then you need to have somebody who can inspire you, instigate you. Then like Puneet Rajkumar in Yuvaratna comes out, right? One bacteriophage will come to the class. And then he rekindles your interest in the subject knowledge, and you try to learn something more and go forward, right? So you need some stimulation. So that's what I will try to do today, to stimulate you a little bit this morning rather than telling you about microbiology, bacteriophages and all that. Interestingly, I was trying to understand how did this microbiology or this identification of bacteria came into visibility. Did it come right from the ages before the modern science, or it came only after the science was there? But as you know, diseases were there and many people died of these diseases because of the various what we call as pandemics that came during the various parts of the history of mankind. If you see evolution of mankind, you see this has happened. So, but nowhere anybody has described about a bacteria or something. So perhaps the idea of bacteria came into picture only after the invention of the microscope, somewhere in 17th century by Antony. And after that, the microbiology and those started things. So basically, an understanding of a particular organism also started only with one invention, which was very important to see what you are going to see in front of you. So like that, if you want to enhance your knowledge, you want to get it deeper into the field, you have to have some tool for you to see deeper. And those tools can come in any form to you. It can come in the omics which are there, or the DNA technologies that are coming into place. So one tool will make you understand a little bit more deeper and different. Similarly, if you look at this mythology, again I was looking at what is the references which is there. Of course, they say there is, whenever the gods became angry, they sent infections down to the world and destroyed the people, and they referred it as kirmi. Kirmi means it can be an organism, or it can be a worm, or anything which will come and do it. And the humans who were there to get away or to get protected from these kirmis, they used to pray to gods. And one of the goddess which people used to go, particularly if there is a smallpox or other things, was the Shitala Mata. People used to go to Shitala Mata, pray there, put the what you call as oil there, then they bring the what you call as neem leaves and tie it in the house. So all these things were done in their own way. People have understood that there is something which is not within us, is invading us, and it is creating harm, and we have to protect it. So this protection, they look from gods, they look from natures, and then they came into use it and try to build that system or structure where they could do it. Similarly, in Greek mythology also, there is a god for such things, which is known as the Hygeia. Hygeia is the god. So if you connect and look at these aspects which are there existing before, and today when we are talking of modern technologies and searches that are there, it is quite definitely possible for us to make this world free from such ailments in the coming years. And the discovery of today's newer tools, particularly the artificial intelligence and the tools like bioinformatics and data which can come from there, can speeden up that process of discovery which we are looking. And for that purposes, it is not only for you to understand about the antimicrobial resistance, what it is, and look at different approaches, nor looking at bacteriophages alone and trying to say, okay, this is the way, but you have to keep an open mind and learn wherever you can from whatever sources you are there, and try to see how you can use those knowledges and convert them into the science that can benefit the mankind. Now, I see the audience is full of girls, right? I think most of you have chosen microbiology or biotechnology, thinking it is a lab-based science, so I will be able to go, I'll work in a lab and I will try to do it. And that's where the real research takes place. You look, even when we had the COVID pandemic was there, it was the microbiologist in NCL Pune who identified the corona bacteria and tried to give that isolated version to the ICMR, and from there the development started. NIV or NCL, I don't remember. It was from Pune, one lady, she was the one who developed it, and from there whatever advancement took place. So don't underestimate your roles, what you are going to do, how you are going to do. Oh, I am just acquiring a degree now, let me see the future what it is going to be. You should not be looked at. You should look at a purpose in your learning, what you would like to achieve. And whenever I meet a student, I always ask the same question. Whenever it is, okay, what do you want to be? So you can do 2-3 things. Okay, you can get your postgraduate degree and try to, your parents can look for you for a nice alliance, get married, settle in the family life, and go on and forget about the degree education you have got till you have children and you have to teach them again the science. Then you will start remembering that. That's your choice. Another is put that choice of use to work, either in the industry or again come back to education and try to see how you can teach others the science and knowledge which you have developed, which many of the women faculty I see here, they have decided that they do not want to go to industry or whatever it is, and they came back to the teaching purposes and they are here. Now, one thing you have to understand in the process is the science is not going to wait for you till you become convenient. Science is going to continue to advance. And this science, as it's advanced, you have to continue to learn again and again and again and more. What technology or what science you have learned today, within 6 months, something new has happened, and you have to keep abreast of it. Then only the true development can take place. So, I urge all our young students here to keep your minds free and try to bring the commitment and try to bring that uniqueness in your contribution to the advancement of science. This is what I would like to say. I wish you all the very best. I am sure I saw very interesting topics of discussion which are there, starting from bacteriophages, understanding what you call as AMR, the drug therapies, then use of AI. There's a very interesting talk on AI also. I think you should all try to see. Today the AI tools can help you to progress in your studies much faster than you are trying to go one by one trying to do it. Today there are softwares available, and it is available at our JSS Science and Technology University, also at JSS AHER, that is Academy of Higher Education Research. We have got a lot of this what we call as molecular docking suits available with us. So if you want to look at certain things, some therapies, today with the different suits that are available, you can try to attack a particular problem and try to advance in the science or field or research which you are going to do. A lot of these things are available. Try to benefit from them and move forward. And I want each one of you to become a Yuvaratna and become a change in the field of science. I wish you all the very best, and I congratulate both our Science and Technology University and Maharani's College for putting this program together. Congratulations to all the peers who have contributed to that, and I wish you all the very best for this program. Thank you.
Learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, and thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you to success. Thank you, sir, for the thought-provoking address. I now request Dr. A. Santosh Kumar, sir, to give the presidential remarks.
At the outset, I submit my most respectful pronouns to the lotus feet of His Holiness and seeking His divine blessings. Hello, namaskar. Very good morning to everyone. Chief guest of today's inaugural function, Professor Anil Kaur, Pro-Chancellor, Mallareddy Vidyapeeth, Hyderabad. The driving force behind all our activities, Dr. B. Suresh, Director, Technical Education Division of JSS Mahavidyapeetha, also Pro-Chancellor of JSS AHER. Dr. D.S. Pratima, Joint Director, Regional Office, Department of College Education, Mysore. Dr. S.A. Dhanraj, Dr. Nataraj, Dr. Abdul Rahman, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Haraprasad, Convener, Anantapa Megare, all the university officers, deans, guests from AHER, all the subject experts, keynote speakers, most importantly, all my friends from the Department of Biotechnology and all the participants who assembled here. Our director said, I'm the last but one speaker, but I'm the last speaker actually for the morning. So whatever I wanted to speak, most of that already they have covered. Finally, I thought nobody will talk about AI. AI also, Professor Suresh touched upon AI also, how this can be used. Anyway, I just gave my thoughts on this particular thing, which is such an important and very crucial. In fact, this topic is so critical. It so survival and well-being of humanity today. AMR is one of the top 10 threats to global health. The statistics are very alarming. I think Dr. Hanumantappa was quoting some of this one, statistics. Another statistics which I was just going through says India leads the world in per capita antibiotic consumption, where 10.7 units per person, driven by over-the-counter availability, inadequate diagnostics, and widespread use in agriculture and healthcare. This is one of the biggest menace what we have today. Indiscriminate use of antibiotics, even though this is a scheduled drug, all the antibiotics come under I think H and H1 category of scheduled drugs. But unfortunately, over the counter it is available. Most of the even educated people don't go to doctors. They go to the pharmacists. They go and say, I've got viral infection. They themselves diagnose either with Google or with some friends or relatives at home. They go to the pharmacist. He will say 3 days you take this antibiotic. What is the prescription? What is the course? They are not aware of any of these. For him, selling some medicines is important. For the person who goes there, buying these medicines, an immediate cure is very important for him. The problem is most of the people today have no patience. They want instant cure. Age where everything has to happen instantly, they want even cures also to be instant. Unfortunately, even some of the doctors are sucked into this. The moment you go to hospital or to see a doctor, you want immediate solution for your problem. The doctor knows that this guy is in a hurry. He wants his cure immediately. So he will, even though he doesn't want to, he is forced to. I take the medicine given by the doctor. After 1 day, like magic, if it doesn't work, then I will say the doctor is not good. So change the doctor. So this kind of a trend is increasing even in urban areas and rural areas. Unfortunately, lack of education. They are also dependent on various people for their prescriptions, especially antibiotics. Very well articulated by our chief guest. Antibiotics misuse is one of the major reasons why this kind of resistance is seen today. The World Health Organization estimates that if urgent action is not taken, immediate action is not taken, drug-resistant diseases could cause 10 million deaths annually, Hanumantappa was saying. And most importantly, people miss out on the kind of losses, economic losses. They say trillions of dollars are lost because of this drug resistance. So we have to be very clear about it and see what action plan we have for the future to combat this. Also in India, if you talk of 3 lakh deaths directly attributed to AMR every year and 10 lakh deaths associated with AMR, making it one of the highest globally. Apart from this, the child mortality rate, one child dying every 9 minutes from illness caused by antibiotic resistant bacteria. This is a very serious thing. So today, and we have just inaugurated this particular ICMR funded 5-day workshop, harnessing bacteriophages and One Health approaches. I think the next 5 days, you'll all be discussing more on the phage therapy to rescue patients from infections untreatable by antibiotics. Similarly, we should encourage interdisciplinary research between microbiologists, genetics, pharmacologists, and bioengineers to harness the full potential of this phage therapy. However, if you just see, technology is not the answer. AMR is not confined to hospitals or laboratories. It moves between humans, animals, and the environment, often invisibly. The One Health approach recognizes this interconnection, and it's a collaborative, multi-sectoral, and transdisciplinary strategy working at the local, national, and global levels to achieve optimal health outcomes. Antibiotic resistant genes can travel from livestock farms to rivers, from aquaculture to our food chain, and eventually into clinics. Surveillance must therefore extend beyond page to farms, wildlife, and waters. This workshop not only trains 50 professionals from various fields, but also sets the stage for interdisciplinary research collaborations, which is extremely important. Developing local bacteriophage resources, it is still in its nascent stage in India, and incorporating One Health principles into educational programs and community initiatives. We at JSS Science and Technology University and JSS AHR, as our director said, we have a rich tradition of research and societal contribution through JSS Mahavidyapita. We are dedicated to building capacity, translating research and sharing technology in this area. Let us not wait for catastrophe to unite us. Let us be proactive and embrace this challenge with urgency, innovation, and optimism. Let us harness Bacteriophage and One Health framework to combat AMR, fostering interdisciplinary collaboration, advancing cutting-edge research. I congratulate the organizing team, especially Department of Biotechnology, and also the Maharanis College for Women, Mysuru, for collaborating with us and coming out with this wonderful workshop for 5 days. I think we should also thank ICMR for their financial support in making this workshop possible. As Professor Suresh said, each one of us should actively participate. As our chief guest said, you should ask questions. There are a lot of money that is being spent by ICMR on this workshop. It should not go a waste. Right? It's a taxpayers' money that we are spending here in the next 5 days. So I think you should take it seriously, collaborate, and see that you come out with better knowledge and insights into this particular field, so that you can get back to your laboratories, conduct advanced research. Let us ensure that learning here leads to effective solutions beyond these four walls. I am confident this workshop is a step in the right direction. Thank you very much. And once again, the joint director, she was very cooperative. She has come all the way from Bangalore to be here with us. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. I thank our chief guest also, our staff, and he's also delivering a keynote address. Please participate in each one of them. Let it be a very enriching and fruitful experience for each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring presidential remarks. To formally conclude this inaugural proceedings, I invite Dr. S. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. With humble pranams to His Holiness Jagadguru Shri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, I, Dr. Lakshmi S., Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, on behalf of the organizers, feel honored to deliver the vote of thanks on this special occasion. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Anil Kaul, Pro-Chancellor, Mallareddy University, Vishwavidyapit, Hyderabad, for gracing this program with your esteemed presence and inspiring words. Thank you, sir. Our sincere thanks to guest of honors, Dr. B. Suresh, Pro-Chancellor, JSS AHR, Mysore, and Director, Technical Education Division, JSS Mahavidyapita, Mysore, and Dr. S. Pratima, Joint Director, Regional Office, Department of Collegiate Education, Mysore, for your valuable encouragement and support. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We are deeply grateful to our beloved Vice Chancellor, Dr. A.N. Santosh Kumar, JSS STU, Mysore, who presided over today's function. Sir, your motivation and guidance have been a constant source of strength. Thank you very much, sir. I also wish to place on record our gratitude to our Registrar, Professor Dr. S.A. Dhanraj, sir, JSS STU, Mysore, for his continuous support and encouragement. Thank you, sir. Our special thanks to Dr. C. Nataraju, Principal, in charge, SJCE and Dean, JSS STU, Mysore, and Dr. Abdul Rahman, Principal, Maharani Science College for Women, Mysuru, for their valuable presence and cooperation. Thank you, sir. Our special gratitude to Dr. Geetanjali Sangina, Scientist C and Program Officer, Division of HRD, Department of Health Research, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, and ICMR for the funding to this workshop. My sincere gratitude to all the speakers of the event and all the educational institutes and colleges from across the country who have deputed the participant for this program. I sincerely appreciate the dedication of our organizing secretary, Dr. N. Haraprasad, Professor and Dean, Department of Biotechnology, JSS STU, and convener, Dr. Hanumantappa Makri, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Maharani Science and College for Women, whose tireless efforts ensured the successful of this event. A special note of appreciation to all our university officials, esteemed deans, directors and heads of the Department of JSS STU and Maharani Science and College, Science College for Women for their encouragement, cooperation and valuable presence today. I also thank Dr. K.R. Sanjay, Head of the Department, Department of Biotechnology, JSS STU, Mysore. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Sharada Harish, whose soulful prayer set a divine and auspicious tone for this program. A special gratitude to the organizing committee, faculty and staff, Department of Biotechnology, JSS STU Mysuru, and all the organizing committee, faculty and Department of Biotechnology, Maharani Science College for Women, Mysuru. We also take this opportunity to extend our sincere gratitude to press and media persons for covering this event and helping us to reach a wide audience. I wholeheartedly thank the faculty members, non-teaching staff and students of Department of Biotechnology for their teamwork, dedication and behind the screen contribution. Finally, my deepest appreciation goes to all our invitees, participants and well-wishers from the various universities and colleges. Your enthusiastic participation has truly made the program memorable. Thank you, Rohit sir, for your comparing this program. On behalf of the organizing team, I once again extend my humble pranams to Sutturu Parampara and sincere thanks to one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. With this, we come to the end of this inaugural ceremony. I request the dignitaries to kindly join for a group photograph of the day. Thank you.
Center.